The 90-day streets. Always something happening. But we're going to start off this one here with something positive. And we're going to begin with Daniel and Amber. Some of you may or may not remember Daniel, but Daniel was on 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise. Then he returned again with Amber, and I believe this was probably for Happily Ever After. But either way though, this is the current situation with Daniel. As you can see, he says, I am a US citizen. It's been a long way process, a lot of paperwork, a lot of patience and finally it's all done. Thanks for making this happen. Me and more Amber. Obviously Amber being his wife, the American woman that obviously brought him to the States. So congratulations to the pair. And just in case you don't remember what Amber looks like, as you can see, this is Daniel and Amber obviously celebrating and being happy with the fact that he finally has his papers to be in the United States completely, freely, you name it, or whatever. So that is them. But now we're going to move on to the next one. This one here is all about Sheila. Some of you may or may not remember, but David and Sheila were once upon a time on the show. David is the man that could not hear or cannot hear. He is deaf. And he traveled all the way, I believe, either to Thailand or the Philippines to be with Sheila. Now, unfortunately, when it came to David and Sheila's relationship, they hit a lot of roadblocks, especially when it came to bringing Sheila all the way to America. So much to the point that David decided to open up a GoFundMe because he was asking for money to help him and Sheila build a home for themselves in the Philippines, okay? Or at least try and get them to the States. Now, when it comes to David and Sheila at the time, well, guess what happened? David decided to open up a GoFundMe account. Now, as you know, when it comes to GoFundMes, I am fully against them. Why? Well, because here's the thing. Just because you go on a TV show doesn't mean you're now entitled to ask for money from the people that view it. Okay? Because if we set up a GoFundMe, would you give money to us? That is always the question, isn't it? But either way, though, David went out to make a GoFundMe to help him and Sheila for that purpose. And now the GoFundMe has been now active for, I believe, around about maybe 3 or 4, probably 4 years now. Okay? And it is still open, which is ridiculous. But nonetheless, though, we know that David and Sheila broke up probably about a year ago now. And in that year, David has been making post after post about how he's looking for a new woman. He'll make the post, then delete it after a couple of days, couple of hours. He does the whole shebang. But Sheila has never said a word. But Sheila has now decided to speak out for the first time. And she says, hello, everyone. I just want to make you aware that if anyone donated to David's GoFundMe, please stop, because we are no longer together. To his fans out here, stop donating. Thank you. I hope you understand. Now, bear in mind, folks, these two have not been together for a long time, but yet their GoFundMe is still active. Very, very suspicious, isn't it? But either way, though, Sheila has come out to say, hey, guys, I'm just letting you know that you don't need to donate no more. So please don't do it. Stop yourselves, okay? Don't go to that full distance anymore. And to be fair, she was not wrong to obviously at least notify us lovely folks regarding obviously the GoFundMe stuff in particular. But hey, it isn't. It is what it is. Now, when it comes to another couple, though, when it comes to Jenny and Sumit, Jenny and Sumit have recently announced that Jenny has ALS. Okay, unfortunately. Now, in the most recent post that they made announcing that, in the same conversation, what else happened? What else happened was that they said if anyone can help them in any shape or form, then please do. But they never said anything about a GoFundMe. They just said, help us in any way, research, you name it, just help us. But, just like everybody else on 90 Day Fiance, I went over to their page today. Well, not today, the other day. And something new had appeared. GoFundMe. So Jenny and Sumit now have a GoFundMe page. As you can see, help Jenny and Sumit with ALS care needs. Now, who is Penny? Because Penny is the one that has set it up. Hello, my name is Penny, and I'm a friend of Jenny and Sumit, and I help manage a Facebook group for them. All right. Now, bear in mind, folks, but why is it that this page in particular has been made by Penny? Because Penny is all the way in the United States of America. And this is my assumption. The GoFundMe is not allowed to be used in every single country. So I'd imagine because they're in India, them opening a GoFundMe is probably something that they cannot do. But at the same time, though, why couldn't Jenny's daughter open up for her? I guess we'll never know. But either way, though, her friend Penny has obviously gone out of her way to obviously help Jenny and Sumit start up this GoFundMe account. And as you can see, so far they've already raised 15% of the $250K that they're looking for. And as you can see, the total amount so far is $35,000. $35.2K, okay, that has been earned so far from this GoFundMe. So like I always say to you folks, for me, GoFundMe isn't my thing, but hey, I'm just gonna say, there you go, do what you will with it. And I really truly hope that something can come from Jenny in some format when it comes to her current situation with her now having ALS, and something can be done about it. Okay, so hopefully the money goes to a good place, and goes to a place that can help not just Jenny but other people moving forward as well. But I do what you will with that information. Now, with that being said, we're now going to move on to some more saddening news. Yesterday I made a video regarding the divorce of Thias and Patrick. Now, in that same video, when it came to the divorce of Thias and Patrick, I also spoke about how Patrick had now been sued 3 times as well due to credit cards. But also on top of that, there was a sudden statement that was made regarding the word domestic, which I did not read correctly or understand correctly the premise of it. In that same video, a lot of you folks allowed me or educated me and told me, hey, domestic doesn't always necessarily mean domestic violence. Okay, which is a great thing to know. But unfortunately, this is the news that has now come out. 90-day fiance Thias arrested for domestic battery 2 days after Patrick filed for divorce. As you can see here, according to the court documents first shared by Keegan Kibitz, Thias was charged with domestic battery, first offense on Friday, May 22nd. Thias posted $3,000 bond and was released. She has a hearing scheduled for July 20th, which of course will be there to find out what the hell is going on. The day Thias was charged with domestic battery was the same day TLC broke the news that that Patrick Mendes filed for divorce on Wednesday, May 20th. Court filings as of Friday indicate Thias had not been officially served with the divorce paperwork at that time. It's unclear if Thias found out about the divorce via the media, which is probably how it probably happened. Sarcasm also revealed on Friday, as I said before, that Patrick owed a bank and 2 credit card companies more than $141,000, which is crazy, $141,000 prior to filing for divorce. He was sued by all 3 within a 9-week period in 2025. A default judgment was entered against Patrick in all these 3 cases. Now, here's the thing, neither Thias or Patrick have addressed the divorce or her arrest publicly. A rep for the couple did issue the following statement to TMZ about the divorce. And this is the same statement that put me in a position yesterday where I ended up touching about the word domestic, but not necessarily in the context that it meant it in. But unfortunately, the context that I thought it might have meant it in is now potentially happening, or seems to have happened. Out of respect for everyone involved, we believe it's important to not jump to conclusions or to contribute to speculation before all facts are properly clarified. Domestic matters can deeply emotionally and complex, and we encourage compassion, privacy, and due process for all parties involved. Our focus right now is simply ensuring that everyone is safe and supported. We appreciate the public's understanding and ask for respect during their family and personal privacy during this time. Okay, and of course, right now Sarcasm is working on getting a mugshot of Thias stuff in particular. So here's the thing, folks. It's not nice to hear that Thias has been arrested for battery. Now, of course, we don't know 100% what the battery is for. We don't know if this battery is necessarily towards Patrick or for something else. But what we do know is that she was arrested for domestic battery. Now, let's just go off the premises of the fact that she was arrested for domestic battery involving Patrick. This is the question that I then bring to you folks. Is this the first time? Because remember, a lot of the times people go through relations where a lot of things happen that shouldn't be happening, but more times than we would like, a lot of people don't report none of these things. It takes a long time for people to report anything, and some people never report it at all. So it does bring the question, has the divorce got anything to do with maybe other past domestic issues that these two have had, given that this domestic battery has anything to do with Thias towards Patrick? That is the golden question, isn't it? Which I guess we cannot necessarily speculate too much about right now because we don't have enough information in front of us. But it's still a question to ask, and therefore maybe we can get an answer later on as well around that topic itself. But here's the thing, folks. At the same time, I did say to you guys that it was a surprise to me that divorce happened, but at the same time, it wasn't, because as of late, Dice hasn't really been posting anything regarding her and Patrick. In fact, each time I go to her page, all I ever see is her post about herself 6 days ago, living life, la vida loca with the peoples. And I've always said that it felt as if like she was out more having a good time by herself than he seemed to have been with her kids. But at the same time, though, I didn't want to throw that assumption purely because everybody's allowed a time in their life where they can just not be a parent and go out and have fun with their friends. But of course, it just felt as if her time out with her friends became more reoccurring than I guess some of us would deem as, how can I put it here? I guess a lot of the time when people are parents, especially mothers, for the most part, you are with your child more than you are with anybody else. And most things you do, even with other people, also always involves your child. And more of the time, if you do get a chance to go out with your friends, it may be once a month, once every few months. And especially if you're going to go out and live in the nightlife as well. Going out for a coffee with your friends, that's different conversation, because usually you can bring your kids with you. But something that involves the nightlife, having a very good time, yeah, that takes a bit more. And I did wonder if she had been going out more and leaving Patrick at home to pretty much be a father more without her rather than with her. Similar to the situation with Cara and G. I do apologize for his name. There was that kind of situation where it felt as if Cara was out more trying to make her music career go places and was leaving G at home to be a parent pretty much most of the time by himself. So there was always that question, wasn't there, really and truly? But either way, though, again, I'm not trying to speculate. I'm just giving you guys information of the things that I've noticed and that can give us maybe a potential picture of what the hell has been going on. And then also, despite the fact that Thias was arrested and is now out, of course, and has now been released, she's definitely wasted no time coming back to social media and posting herself having a meal wherever she's gone. Cuba food so good. So to be fair, I guess she's still trying to keep faith for the social media purposes until further notice. Who knows? But either way, though, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think that if there's anything happening between these two that is involving some sort of violence between them, do you think that this is the first time if this has happened this time? Okay, guys. But remember, stay tuned and we'll keep you updated every single time something happens with not just this situation, but any situation in the 90-day world. But most importantly, guys, please have a great freaking Sunday. All right. If you're in Australia, have a good Monday, because I know you live in the future. But with that being said, please don't forget to like the video, hype the video, subscribe, and make sure you're here for tomorrow's content as well. Come on now. You know what was here for you, folks. Don't forget to smile. I don't know. Bye.